When most people try to understand the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, they try to look at the history of the two nations as a set of absolute facts. The problem with this approach is that the two nations perceive history completely differently. This is how the dual narrative approach was drafted. What does this mean exactly? A narrative is a story or account of events, experiences, or the like, whether true or fictitious. The interpretation of various events and concepts throughout the history of Israel-Palestine has created two totally different narratives, both contradicting one another. One example is Zionism. According to the Israeli narrative, Zionism is the belief in the legitimacy of Israel as a national home for Jews around the world, in which they can be completely safe and implement their right of self-determination. Most Palestinians see Zionism as an excluding ideology that has been oppressing the Palestinian people using violence and terror, occupying their land and denying them from equal rights. In 1948, following Israel's declaration of independence, occurred what is commemorated by most Palestinians as al-Nakba, or the catastrophe, in which about 700,000 Palestinians were brutally banished from their homes by the Zionists and became refugees in different countries all over the region. The Israeli narrative states that this was the just consequence of a war declared upon Israel by the Palestinians and 5 other enemy troops, in which Israel courageously won. When it comes to territory, the two nations actually share painfully similar views. If you ask the average Israeli to draw a map of Israel, they would probably draw this. And if you ask the average Palestinian to draw a map of Palestine, they would probably draw this. This could go on and on. So how can we use our knowledge of the dual narrative for resolution? Most people would ask, which one is true? However, when there are millions of people believing one narrative and millions believing the other, maybe the question should be, can both of them be true?